All right, we are going to work on a triangle to omoplata kind of situation. And to be honest with you, I'm going to show you what I prefer better than the actual omoplata. Okay, so the scenario we're going to be in is I'm in the triangle attack, and this happens a lot. You'll see people who will take this arm and they're going to hide it and they're going to wrap this hip up, okay? And they put a lot of weight and a lot of pressure here. Now what this does, this is a defense mechanism, right? But it's really not a good defense. A good defense should eventually get you out. This is a good resistance, okay? So, you know, tough guys, big strong guys can really hold you down here and really kind of wear you out in the triangle position. But keep in mind, like, this is not a very, very good defense, right? Now, if your arm is stuck here like this and I'm in a fight, well, it's a very simple way of getting this arm out and back into the party, okay? But so this is more of a grappling situation, okay? So one thing you can do without moving anywhere, right, is just do this. That kind of forces him either to tap or maybe even bring this arm back inside to kind of defend better, right? People don't like that, okay? So some people think that's kind of like dirty, but it's not. It's just all I'm doing. I mean, what's the difference between the side of my hand being in your and this, right? It's like because the knuckles are pushing in. It almost feels like you're punching me in the throat. But it's not that big a deal, right? Okay?
No worse than a
so,
choke.
yeah, exactly. So now, one thing's for sure here. Like, there's a few things we can do. If I can raise my hips up and I can pull this arm across, man, you can get a lot of leverage here, especially if you lock it like real tight here. And I can, you know, push my hips down. You see I'm using the floor as a frame, right? But some people, they'll even lock their hands together and put a lot of weight on that elbow, right? So one option would be to switch to an omoplata. I could push his head and I could transition here and try to chase the omoplata. I don't like that as much because against more skilled players, a lot of the times the omoplata ends up being 90% it's more of a sweep than it is a finish, okay? It's not that you can't finish. There's plenty of people who are very good at it, but I don't like transitioning when I have this kind of control. I don't like switching all the way and allowing my opponent an opportunity to escape, okay? So I'd rather have the submission than the sweep. So what I like better in this situation, because if you put all your weight here, this is really hard for me to lift that elbow off the floor, right? A lot of it is because of my body positioning. So if I switch this is what I prefer more. If I come here, this is gonna be, anytime I make a transition, I wanna use a temporary leg. So I'm gonna switch my triangle here. So I'm gonna grab here, this kind of helps lock him in. I'm gonna switch here. Now my body can change. Keep your elbow on the floor. Keep your elbow on the floor. Very difficult, right? Because I'm in a stronger angle this way. So I'm not, this angle, it's hard. I'm kind of using like my hip flexors to try to roll in this way. It's very weak compared to this. I change my body angle. Now I push this hand. Let's turn this way a little bit. Let's spin, okay? This hand is gonna do a little wiggle. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak in here, wherever I can find space, hold tight, okay? I start wobble, 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 wobble. Now I'm gonna reach through here, I'm gonna make my gable grip. I'm gonna break that grip, and I don't go anywhere. I hold it right here, okay? Keep my shoulder tight, you have the shoulder lock. If they stretch the arm, I catch it here, grab the elbow, I'm gonna finish my straight arm lock. If he turns his palm up, immediately I transition here, switch, and now I've got my triangle, okay? So that, I think, for me at least, is a better option to deal with the person who's wrapping around the hip like that to slow down the triangle. Again, it's very much a resistance thing. It buys them time, but it doesn't really get them out of trouble. So we want to have more options to make them uncomfortable and put them into checkmate. So give that a try. If you like to, like the triangle position and you don't like switching to the omoplata, give that a shot. It's worked out really well for me. And yeah, hope it helps. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you soon.